What's going on, everybody? This is Steve. I am starting a podcast. Obviously, this is my first ever video. I've never done anything like this before in my life. I'm going to call it Confessions, Dashboard Confessions of a Reseller. Now, I don't have a whole lot of experience as far as the new e-commerce side of it goes. I've got a lot of experience reselling. Now, I'm also an entrepreneur, but I can't quit my full-time job. I still got 3 kids, and I got responsibilities and bills I got to pay. So you're just going to tag along with me. You're going to have to put up with some crappy quality videos, and hopefully the entertainment can get set aside for the information side of it. Because really all I want to do is help people like a lot of these others have helped me. There's a lot of videos out there. I recommend finding your taste, finding somebody you associate with. Join a group. I'm on the Rockstars. I'm going to start going and looking at the green room. I haven't had a chance to go try to join up yet and see what that's about, if that's something I can even do. But Chaz, Steve Rakin, they've all been big helps to me, and I want to share kind of the same way they do, and hopefully assist people and make them a little more money. So where my experience is going to lie is just going to be, you're going to see my ups and downs. I'm going to be I'm trying to do it just like Chaz does. I'm going to be as transparent as possible. I'm not going to hide anything from you. I'm outsourcing right now, just trying to pick up a few items, just some small stuff here and there. I did pick up, and this is why I went ahead and decided to start the video, is I just picked up it was like 4 boxes or 4 items new in the box, toys that they're restricted on Amazon. And you can tell this Goodwill, there's somebody in the area who's a reseller, and they dump their stock. If they're having trouble moving it, they just dump it in this Goodwill, which is all well and good. And I'm 99% sure this is something somebody's dumped because it's restricted on Amazon. But I went on eBay and they're selling. I got a Hot Wheels toy. I'm not 100% sure what it's going to sell for. The only thing that I found on eBay was somebody asking $100 for it, which I don't think it's going to bring that, but it should bring 20. And other toys I got should as well. So, but I picked through that one pretty good, and that's kind of what I want to talk about, is picking your Goodwills and picking a few items out of there. I have a full list of Goodwills. There are 2 pages. These are all the Goodwills that's within 30 miles of me. There's two whole pages worth here, and I've marked some off my list. And Saturday, I found myself in the area of one that I marked off my list. And I got done with what I was doing really quick, and I had another appointment that day, so I couldn't really leave. I had 45 minutes to kill. I was like, well, I'll go on in there and see if I can find something to jump on, see if I can't find something to make a little money. And I did. I found 2 items. And what's happening, and I don't know if this is good or bad for Goodwill. I mean, it is what it is. Sucks for us, but, I got a Charlie Brown Christmas tree and another Christmas puzzle. But they're catching on to what we're doing, and they're raising their prices, and they're going and they're doing their own research. And I do think a lot of their business is going to come from people like us. It might end up hurting them in the long run, but I can't blame them. But some of them are going to the extreme, and they're asking full out retail for these stuff. So the ones that are just saying, well, we're going to make what would have been $1.99, and we're gonna make it $5.99 because it's selling for $15, $20. So, these people are making money. We're gonna bump the prices a little bit as long as they still buy it. I'm okay with that. But when you start trying to get retail prices in Goodwill, at that point I write you off. I'm not gonna return to your store and spend my $70, $80 a pop because you're not helping me, and I'm not gonna help you. That's the way it is to it. But the fact is, even if it is a nonprofit, it's still a business, and they have to do what they have to do as a business to survive and profit. Following that, that's the two tips that I have is, just because you wrote one off doesn't mean you can't ever go back there, just maybe not go as often. The other one is, just because you see stuff that other people didn't pop on doesn't mean you can't pop on it. I'm going to make money off these, I guarantee you. And even if I don't only make $5, it's still it's $5, and $5 is $5. So we're going to keep going and keep pushing. I'm going to show you what I have. So the other thing I wanted to do, just this intro, I want to introduce myself, but I kind of give you my business plan. So we'll go ahead and do the slight introduction. I'm father of 3, got a wife, full-time job. I'm always on the go. And we looked into a storage unit about, well, it was the 1st of February, and we sold a ton of stuff out of it, made a lot of money, and we were spending that money on, just extra, using it for what we intended to use it for, is extra money. We paid for birthday parties, Easter, we paid for Easter with it. I bought some fishing stuff with it, some LED light bulbs, but for the most part, we were just spending that money. And I looked at my wife and I said, maybe we should start taking some of this stuff that we sell and actually do something with it. So we were just basic eBay user. We would list 50 items and just let it go, and we'd sell 50 a month, and that would be that. We'd move on with our lives. And then I decided, well, we're not really maximizing profit. I wasn't itemizing. I would bulk and sell wholesale lots and do a lot of things like that, but I wasn't maximizing my profit, 1, and 2, I was just selling it. Here's a lot of 20 books, put it on for an auction, 7 days, whatever it gets bid to is what I sell it for, and I'll send it to you and it's yours. And we've since found out that there's some books we sold for really cheap that we could have made a lot of money on. If you itemize things out and take a little time and effort, you can really maximize your profit, and that's what we set out to do. So the 1st of April, we opened up an eBay store. We try to keep a consistent 200 items on eBay, and I started researching Amazon and then Amazon FBA, and I've been looking into what I can and can't do with that site. I'm still sketchy on the details as far as the long-term storage fees and a few other fees that are out there. So I opened up the account. I paid the $40. I'm 100% confident I can earn that and then some. And I've got like 40 items listed right now that I'm going to ship myself, because I'm not bombarded. I sell like 4 or 5 items a day. Not that big a deal. So with that being said, I'm just kind of growing and I'm listening. So I have a Q4 plan, and if you have the capability to do this, then great. We actually own a rental property. It has a small apartment on the side that's big enough to hold a small warehouse and an office. So we're actually in the process of converting that into a warehouse, so that we can actually store our stuff and organize it. And that's the big thing, is just getting organized has been the hardest part of this whole venture, is saying, where is this going to go? Where do we want to put it on FBA? And so here's a couple of things that going into it. This is kind of how I'm going to start. These rules can evolve. They're just ideas that I've had. I've got an area specifically for Q4 items. And I will sell some of it, but like especially Christmas specific, like that Charlie Brown Christmas tree, that Christmas puzzle. I could sell them now and get $13, $14 a piece for them, or I can wait and hold on to them till December, and I can get $20, $22, $23 a piece for them. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to hold on to them till about the middle of November, and then put them out there, maybe the 1st of November. However I decide to do it, I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise them up there and try to sell them, and if they don't sell for that higher price, then I'll start slashing prices like the box stores do. The second thing I'm doing is I'm actually like trying to figure out what items to do FBA with, because since I have a place to store these items, the only crux is going to be shipping and having to ship them myself. And is that if it's a slow moving item, I'm not necessarily going to FBA it. I'm going to put it and organize it in my storage and then sell it. When it sells, I'll just ship it. And that way I'm not paying long-term storage fees. The stuff I'm putting on FBA is items that I don't think will stay on for sale very long. I think they're going to sell quick. So, that's the business plan for now. We'll see how that goes. My general rule of thumb right now, if it's ranked less than 150,000, it's going to FBA. Might go to 200,000, haven't decided yet. But if it's ranked less than 150,000, it's going to FBA for sure. And that number might grow. I don't know. I know that having that FBA next to it really tends to spike your sales. So I'm really leaning towards doing that, raising some prices slightly and doing the FBA. But again, I'm going to be very limited on what I put on there for now. I want to see how things move. I'm making enough money on eBay to continue to invest. That's the other thing we're doing. Thank you, Chaz, for this. We absolutely stopped spending money from our sales. We're no longer going to be like, well, you know what, we could use some new towels, or we need some light bulbs, or we can save money and we can use that extra money we made. We're not doing that anymore. The money that we're making 100% goes back into sourcing and buying more product. And I am taking the approach, I want more. I'm not going to buy stupid. I'm not just going to go buy a bunch of stuff, but I want to get my inventory as high as possible. I want to ramp up so that when Q4 starts, I have the largest inventory that I've ever had, and I can do the most sales in Q4 so that it will sustain me through the rest of the year. Even though I still think I'll make some sales the rest of the year, I do want that Q4 to ramp me up a little bit and maybe kick me into the fast track to doing this full time. I just don't know 100% where I'm at, where I'm going, and what I'm doing, but I am slowly building a road to get me there. But one of the biggest tips that I have is you can't start looking for the second step if you haven't found the first step yet. So that's the approach I'm taking. I'm 100% confident that I can do this for a living. I'm dead set on becoming successful, and I want to take you all on that journey with me. Whatever help this is for you, if it's any, great. You can like, you can subscribe. I will post more. My next video, which I'll be doing here later on today, be another dash cab thing, is going to be simply talking about storage auctions and how to do them, what to do, and how to look for them and how to evaluate them, all that good stuff. So I'll get into storage auctions on my next video. That's what I have expertise on. That's what I want to share with you. Until that time, good luck, happy hunting. We'll see you on the next one.